Hey friends! Okay, it's a little bit early. Today is November 18th, so it's not quite Thanksgiving yet, but I am ready to start decorating. And for Christmas or for the holidays. And online, I feel like when I look up holiday decor, I have been seeing, if you're familiar with like Studio McGee, which is at Target, and she had a show on Netflix. Her decor is obviously gorgeous, but it's very modern and it's very like she's buying all of her things new. Maybe not all of it, but a lot of it seems to be new. And if you've been here for a bit, you know that I'm all about thrifting. And when it comes to the holidays, I just feel like thrifted decor and vintage decor just brings a little bit more warmth. Of course, like buying new things as well is often necessary. I'm not saying I'm not going to buy anything new, but I think there's just something nice about buying things secondhand. Like there's a story within them. They've already been in a home. And it's also just better for the environment. And of course, that's important. And as I grow older, that is something that I just hold closer and closer to my heart. So yeah, let me show you what I've gotten so far. Honestly, I just started shopping. Basically yesterday I went to Goodwill and I did a marketplace pickup. So let's go see what I have so far and I'll give you like my ideas of what I'm going to do, which will likely inspire you. All right, y'all, let's do it. A new view. Okay, my plants are taking over my house. But first up on Marketplace, I found these. They are glass Martha Stewart ornaments. They are brand new. There they are. They're really cute. Right? So she told me she's never used them. Can you see like that tiny mark? I'm like, just from sitting for a while, did they get these little marks on them? To be honest, I kind of thought that for Martha Stewart, they would be higher quality, but I guess maybe her clientele actually is a bit on the more medium income. So maybe she's selling these at a lower price than I thought, but so I got this box as well. So 9 ornaments in total for $20, which I know that's a great price because on eBay, I saw just this box being sold for like $21.49. Let me find that and show you here. Okay, so I did a search for Martha Stewart mushroom clip-on glass ornaments. So here we have that first set. They're selling it actually $21.99. Over here we have it for $29.87, $30, $34.16, plus shipping on this. And then I'm pretty sure I saw this box being sold for like $39.99, but let's see. So now we're focused on the set with the 6 ornaments. So there we see it for $39.99. That's a set of 3 for $25. Okay, a set of 5 for $28.87. Let's see if we can find any more info on this set since it's an exact set. Okay, people are checking this out. 5 have added it to their watch list. Sweet. Yeah, so all of them for $20 cash, no tax. And y'all, I'm going to Minnesota soon to see my family, and there are no taxes on clothes or food or like I think home good items, all that, no taxes. So we about to shop in Minnesota. Wait, hold up. There are no taxes in Minnesota on food, clothing, health products, residential utilities, and textbooks. Okay, now let me show you what I got from Goodwill yesterday. Okay, so first up, this cute basket, right? I mean, I don't know who made this, but they did a good job. So there are all these little pine cones, and then like this little fake garland with these little red, I don't even know what they're made with. It's kind of like a red tissue paper. I may end up taking the little red things off because I feel like they look a little cheap and some of them, as you can see, are breaking. So I was thinking I could take those off and maybe put some of those like tiny little brass bells, which I believe I can get at the dollar store. These are some fall items I still need to put away, but yeah, so this is purchase number 1. And then what will I put in it? Probably like a candle and just a few other cute things. $6.99. Nice. I thought that it was actually $8.99, but it's only $6.99. Even better. Okay, so that was the first find at Goodwill yesterday. Let's come over here to my little bears. Y'all, I'm a dork and I love it for myself. So these, I actually didn't even realize, but these are stocking holders. My family and I never really did stockings. We never had a fireplace, but you don't need a fireplace to do stockings. So I'll get some stockings to hang here. The only thing is like these, I mean, they can't hold too much weight, but to be honest, like I don't need to even put much in the stockings. And then this I found a bit ago at Goodwill. I just thought it was really pretty. It was really dirty, but I cleaned it out. And then, okay, so that one was $3.99. And that one, for some reason, was $4.99. So those are there right now. And I'm thinking that I'll put garland behind this. So on the top shelf going across it, we'll do some garland. Otherwise, we could do garland down on this. But something that is a bit hard for me to find is like high quality garland at a decent price. I don't want to spend $300 on garland. Speaking of garland, the first thing that came to mind is this video by Maggie McCoth, where she evaluates 3 different garlands. So let's watch.
I knew these might be fake, but I bought them anyways. Because why are realistic garlands so expensive? I want to compare a $12, $36, and $50 garland. First up is the $12 garland. Pieces are falling everywhere. For $12, I'm impressed. It is thin, but I've seen worse. And see, pieces are just falling everywhere. Next up is the one that's 3 times that price, $36. All right, I would say it's twice as thick, but not 3 times as thick. It's pretty nice. It feels very real and it looks very real. Here's the $12 one with the $36 one. Now for $50, this one better blow my mind. Again, very realistic. Colors are very pretty, but this one's the $36 one. The color's much better on the expensive one. I'd say the thickness is very similar. Let's lay all 3 out. This is very interesting. $12, $36, $50, but obviously the $50 is the most beautiful one. The cheapest one has a cheap stem. The middle one has a very similar stem to the cheap one, but the expensive one does have a very thick, more realistic stem. My overall consensus, if you have $50 to spend on a garland, that one's beautiful. If you don't, I would just double up on the cheap one. So that's only $24 instead of $36 or $50.
Okay, so watching that video, the $50 one is clearly like it's on another level. Those colors, like seeing the color comparison and the branch comparison, I'm like, in my head, the 50 is definitely worth it. But how many of those do you need? Like, it is easy to spend $200 on garland, but yeah, maybe sometimes it is what it is, or maybe I can find something similar on Marketplace or something. But I'm happy to know that I would like the nicest one, because I think a version of me would have bought a cheaper one thinking like, oh, this is fine. But now, like, seeing that those beautiful bright greens in the nicest one, like, I think that is worth the splurge, and you can use it forever. So yeah, I guess maybe 50 is not terrible. What do you think? What do you buy for garland? But okay, so that's that area. I just installed these shelves. Ignore that, I have to paint it. But I'm definitely gonna put some Christmas decor up on these shelves. And honestly, part of why I wanted to get these installed soon was so that I can use them for Christmas. Okay, so then I found this little, like, I believe it's like a Swedish cottage from Japan. How cute. And y'all, this sold online for like $300. Let me find the comp. I'm just obsessed. Like, that's the cutest little thing. Bye. Okay, for the sofa area, maybe just like a cute holiday pillow that blends in. And then I think I'll scoot the sofa over this way more and maybe do the tree there. Actually, you know what? No, because then it's gonna block the shelves. So I think what we're gonna have to do is actually do the Christmas tree here, in which case I can get a pretty big one because these are some tall ceilings. On the table right now, this is a little bit holiday-like, but I'm thinking we'll remove that and do some sort of, maybe just a picture kind of like this, but put a bow or something holiday-y on it, maybe even some ribbon, and then some holiday flowers. Optional would be to do garland around these little slit windows. Probably not there. You know, for y'all, garland around any doors or windows is always an option, and any like entryways. So I could do garland there. And then another place for garland, just optional, would be above your cupboards. For me, I think I'm just gonna do garland for the kitchen right up here. So around this window, and then those dried out orange slices is an easy way to decorate. This door, maybe just I'll hang something on it. Maybe an indoor wreath. Something could be on that door for sure. And then I actually just got the idea of maybe like some candles or like a tiny Christmas town up in these little window slits. Let me show y'all what ChatGPT made as an example. Actually, it was Google Gemini. LOL. Okay, I think it looks hideous, but if I gave it better instructions, I bet it could come up with something good. So that's always an option too, to upload a photo to Google Gemini and have it like create a Christmas scene for you. Oh yeah, and then we have another shelf. Right now that's like all plants, but any of my shelves are just a perfect opportunity for Christmas things. Okay, a few more ideas. Y'all, something I did is, you can see it's orange up there. That light was so bright and like kind of blue light, so I just put an orange filter on it. But I think brass like gives a holiday feel, so somehow I'll probably move these or set up a Christmas scene on this shelf that I made. And then the bedroom's kind of a mess right now. Hello. But optional would be a little Christmas tree in here. So I kind of want to get one of the real small trees from Whole Foods, which could potentially go in here in my bedroom. And then in here, I would do a tall, thin tree. Who knows how tall? Like, how tall are these ceilings? They could be like over 10 feet. Okay, and then the art room. Yeah, for now, like, that's where I edit. Yeah, for now, we won't do anything in here because that room's poppin'. But yeah, guys. Oh yeah, and then some cute pillows, and somehow we can do some holiday things in here. So definitely some pillows, that's easy, and maybe like a holiday blanket. I actually just ended up ordering this Martha Stewart bed sheet set, but let me turn so y'all can see me. Okay, I just wanted to give a few other tips quick. So stick to a theme. I think one thing that I know I used to do, and I feel like most people do at some point or another, is simply buy things they like. So it doesn't matter if it's one item is orange and one is purple. Like, they like both of them, so they're buying both, and they think, well, I'll just make them work. But cohesion is the name of the game when it comes to interior design. Like, this is one of the best things that I learned, cohesiveness. So like, you'll notice most of my items here are wood, to kind of blend together. Of course, you could do other materials, but you need to make sure maybe metal legs, but still with a wood top. Like, somehow they're fitting together. You'll notice my walls are all kind of similar colors. They're different, but they're not like you're not shocked when you go from one room to the next because it's such a different vibe. So even with holiday decor, like I saw that at Hobby Lobby, there's a section of like pastel holiday decor. So if you want to do pastel holiday decor, I would say stick with that theme rather than doing a little pastel and a little bit of like reds and bright greens, because those kind of clash. So yeah, those those are the tips. I personally am more of an artificial tree person. Like I mentioned, I may get the Whole Foods real small tree. Um, but I guess I have done a real tree before, and I went and got it and set it up by myself. That was just a lot of work. And then like throwing it away, you know, I feel bad and I hear about deforestry. That being said, like I do think maybe if I had a partner or a family, and then I would be way more open to getting a real tree, but I would say it's easier and it's a lot more cost efficient to get a fake tree. I probably will need to also get a storage shed to store everything. So the goal is to get that before the end of Christmas. And yeah, Pinterest is always a great place, Facebook Marketplace to find things. And then, yeah, you never know what you'll find at thrift stores, but thrift stores have a lot of Christmas decor and trees and other options. So I would start with those things. And I think DIY holiday stuff it can be quite simple. Like even just getting an old wine glass and finding a cute little Christmas tree to put in it. And then maybe a bit of fake snow that you got at the Dollar Tree. Yeah, those are the thoughts, y'all. So like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this. Ring the notification bell. Let me know what you're doing for the holidays. Have you started setting up? And I will see y'all soon. Bye!